My name is Fauzan, and I would like to express my own opinion. And that I'm sorry to say, but I disagree with nearly all of your opinions because I guess being wealthy is not. I'm sorry, being wealthy is not measurable with just worldly materials. You know, sometimes wealth is not only richness or having a sport car or having a big, large mansion. Wealth sometimes measurable through the through the character of the person having those wealth. Because imagine you are a rich man, yes, and then you got those wealth through a what is it? Through an unfair way, like corruption or stealing. Does that make you a wealthy person? Perhaps yes, in perhaps literally it does make you wealthy, but mentally and psychologically, that makes you a very poor man. You don't even have respect for your own self. Perhaps that's all, just my opinion. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stuart. It's not just it's from the relationship.
Just to interrupt, your audio is a bit clear, so you want to hold the microphone and start speaking.
Thank you. So, in my opinion, being rich is not just being generous and being proud. Being rich can be from relationship between others, socially. So,
They'll figure it out. Just let them figure it out. So someone back there is going to tell them.
That's what I was thinking. Actors' connections with each other.
Hello, my name is Tira, and I want to tell my opinion about being wealthy. So for me, same as my two friends say, being wealthy is not only have a lot of money, but also being wealthy is having a healthy body, also being wealthy, and then have a great mind. It's also being wealthy. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you.
Are there any questions that you would like to ask each other at this moment? The students at Stuart, do you have any questions for your friends in Indonesia?
First of all, I'd actually like to. Oh, my name is Alexander. First of all, I'd actually like to respond to the.
Yeah, can I request you to speak really slowly? You're a little fast, and so if you could speak slowly.
Okay. I would like to respond to the first point brought up in the beginning. The guys, the name is eluding me right now, but he said that he disagreed with all of us, as none of our opinions stated that we value spirituality. But I explicitly stated, along with at least one other guy that we do value spiritual wealth alongside material wealth. So it's not just having money and sports cars, but it's also having friends and family and spiritual commodities such as body and mind that are valuable to me. Thank you.
I have a question. My name is Connor. What town do you guys live in Indonesia? Like, what's the name of your city? Your city?
The audio got clear. Do you want to repeat the question?
What city do they live in Indonesia? My name's Connor. Thank you.
She's shaking her head.
Right, you're on mute, thankfully.
My name is Ira, and we live in Bandung.
Oh,
Bandung is Java.
So I'm gonna give you guys just a second here. So Connor, the conferences that these guys did before were much more
It's
introductive.
250 kilometers from Jakarta to Bandung.
This conference is all about the theme is wealth and
Oh, 100 kilometers from Jakarta.
It's like from their capital, so it's
Okay,
like
so Connor, what you can say is thanks for that. That helps me understand where you guys live and what everything. Go ahead.
That's super cool. That's cool. I'm Connor again. For third time. Thanks.
All right, so from this point forward, Sasha and Connor.
My name is Sandra, and I would like to ask you a question. So that you were studying in a school that it has no girl in it, and how do you feel about that? I mean, yeah.
Your school has no women in it.
No, I just don't want
I will.
Gerald wants to.
Okay, so Gerald. Gerald, you don't have to get any closer to mine, but I want you to keep it really practical and not judgmental and say I, not we.
Hi, my name's Gerald Reeder, and well, going to an all-boys school, I mean, sure, we don't really get the experience that a lot of other high schools get, where they do have women at their school. Like a lot of my friends, they do go to co-ed schools where it's both men and women, and they have a lot. They're bigger schools, and we're more of a small school, and we value education a lot. So we do interact with our sister school named Convent, and so it's not like we solely see the same boys every day at school. Thank the Lord. But you know, it's in an environment where education is valuable. We enjoy that, but at the same time, we do interact with women. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, students. If you don't have any questions on wealth, then I have a question for you. Are there any incidences from your life that you would like to narrate, or from your school life, or from your community life, or like anywhere where you felt that you are very rich spiritually? So not talking about the material wealth here, but I'm talking about the spiritual wealth, which both these schools have talked about. So are there any incidences from your personal life that you would like to share with your friends in the other country?
So the question is, what kind of spiritual wealth do you
Stuart, you go first, and I would be interested to really.
It could be related to what we do at school and how you get home. So who did she say was going to go first?
I'll go first. Sure. Hi, my name is Tanner, and when it comes to spiritual wealth, I find it that we're very lucky that we have a very small community here, and because we have such a small community and a small amount of people, we know those people really well, and you make really, really good friends. And particularly with me, I feel like I have some of the greatest friends I could have possibly asked for, and they're very much my family. So I feel very, very lucky to have the people that I have in my life because of this community. Did you get any of that? Thank you.
lucky enough to have my church that I go to is just like right down the street, and not only like on the weekends on Sunday do I experience like going to church and whatnot, but I also here in this community I get to have justice class with Mr. O'Connor, which is just so awesome, and I get exposed to religious different views on religions and stuff like that, and I had sacred text with Mr. Vasquez, and you basically get to get very exposed and experience different religions from other countries and ethics and morality with Mr. Campos. So at Stuart Hall, it's pretty easy to have a plethora and a myriad of religions that you can understand. Thank you.
What did I have to say?
Cool.
Slow down, like, the first time you said church.
Yes, almost same like Stuart Hall. We also have different people with different religions, different ethnics, different cultures. Even though Indonesia is one country, we have so many cultures that it's almost hard to remember all of them. Here in 3 Senior High School in Bandung, students are, well, polite, funny, active, they like to ask in class, and of course, and nearly all of the students in 3 Senior High School tries to be socialized, I guess. They try to socialize with everybody, even from different classes and different schools. Yeah, and the teachers here, the educators are they're good. They're great actually at teaching us, educating us. But of course, there are some teachers who are confusing in a way. I don't know about you, Stuart Hall, but do you have any kind of teachers like that? Please tell me when. The grounds here are large, spacious, and there are so many green trees, green shrubs. We have good environmental factors.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have to interrupt here. I would repeat my question on, I wanted you to tell your friends in America what makes you spiritually rich. So if there are any incidences from your life that you feel have made you spiritually rich, or I don't think the trees growing around when you're around really is something, or they're not looking at what your school looks like, but they're looking forward to hearing what makes you spiritually rich. So if any one of you would like to share a personal incident from your own life on what really makes you spiritually rich. Thank you.
They've only done superficial video conferencing before you said.
Yeah, this is the first deeper one that you guys have had too. Really.
I'd like some happy.
Hello, my name is Faisal. I will answer your question. What makes us spiritually rich? Because we have many ethnics. We respect each other. We have a great tolerance.
Arrangement, I think. That's what it's like.
I think he said tolerate.
I think all people in here is proud to be himself or herself. So I think that's the reason why there's a spiritual reason here. Thank you.
They're spiritually wealthy because they tolerate.
So do you want to clarify?
It's very superficial response.
Well, you don't want to judge it, but you want to ask for more
I
clarification.
don't think they really understood the
My
question.
name is Stuart. In my opinion,
Let's see what he says.
in my opinion, to be tolerant with other people. The example is I am a Christian in here. I'm a Christian in here. I'm Christian in here. But my friends, all Muslim, is Muslim.
So he's Christian and everybody else is
I tolerant with that. I'm respect. So that's all. Thank you.
Does anybody want to ask a clarifying question or just like figure it out?
No, I would like to, but I don't know. This question's gonna be really nice.
That's good to know where you can.
They didn't really answer the question, they danced around it. The question is, how do you use spirituality PC in your
My name is Mara, and individually, what makes me rich spiritually is that, well, I don't really have that much money or materials, but I get that a lot of friends, and my friends are from different culture. I have many friends from Christians or Muslims or Hindus or Buddhists or anything, but I'm fine with that, and that's what makes me rich. You know, I know a lot of people, and my friends love me, my family loves me. That's making me rich individually, but yeah, like my friends say, we tolerant to each other. That's what makes us rich. Thank you.
No, she actually answered. She's spiritually rich because she has family and friends of all races and cultures and religions. So she actually.
Thank you very much. That is a beautiful answer, and thank you so much for sharing it. Moving on, what does charity mean to you? So let's hear from a few students at Stuart Hall, and then we'll move over to students in Indonesia. What does charity mean to you? Thank you.
We didn't cover that too much when you and I talked, but I feel comfortable you guys can answer that. So I'd like someone new to jump in, and someone on this side, maybe besides Tanner. Anybody ready to answer about charity? Is that? Okay. All right, just don't move the mic while he's talking because the mic will make noise. Okay. Go ahead, Sal.
Hi, so my name is Xavier. What charity means to me is actually doing an action. So while it is important that people give money and help financially to charities, I think that if you want to be charitable yourself, the best thing you can do is actually go out and try and make a difference by physically doing something. Because I don't really feel like it's the same if you're just giving someone money or giving someone financial gain. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and I believe that charity is giving without wanting anything in return. No need for reciprocation. So just doing something because you want to do it and not expecting anything as a gain from anyone else. Thank you.
I was gonna go.
I think it's too late.
My name is Sabit, and I'm going to tell you about my opinion about what is charity. For me, charity is something that you give something to others, and it shouldn't be. It's not have to be money. It's not have to be something that you can see. Okay. For me, charity can means that we donate our energy and we do something to others. It doesn't have to be something that have value. It doesn't have to be something materials, but it can be something invisible. Caring to each other, loving with your heart, yeah, that's all from me. Love each other. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah. His point was being charitable just means.
It was kind of different than what you said.
It was like
Similar.
with the
I
you give other people something, and you can make them happy. And that's all what we can get if we give a charity to others. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
Are they taking notes on what we're saying? It's like they get quizzed on this. What was the opinion of the board?
Connor, you have to put that microphone kind of there, because I'm gonna unmute.
Mr. O'Connor?
Hi, my name is Mutiara, and to me, charity is a platform for us to become a better person, become a person that spiritually wealthier, and also to help other people to interact with them and make their lives become a better life. Thank you.
So help people make their lives better.
We should have talked about our Thanksgiving.
They might ask you to give some examples.
What did you think of it? Not like actual word. Sure.
Do you want to say that? Can I say, I just thought.
Thank you very much. Those were great explanations of what charity means to you. And are there any personal incidences? Again, I really wanted to share stories from your real life, and I really want to hear stories. So, any stories about charity? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Patrick, and charity, actually here at Stuart Hall, we are collecting food to give to families for Thanksgiving who can't afford food. And so that's an example of what we're doing here at Stuart Hall. And to me personally, charity it's like Zaw said, it's one thing to give money, but it's another thing to actually go to a place and help out people and live the experience. And also for our justice class, we as seniors have a service site, and we go to different places like a school or a rehabilitation center, and we actually help the kids or the elderly in their day-to-day life. And and we also have different trips to New Orleans to help with the Hurricane Katrina incident, and then we have the Mexico immersion trip as well. And so we have a lot of opportunities here at Stuart Hall for community service. And that's also one of our goals, that we have 5 goals. And it connects to our goal 3, which is a social awareness, which impels to action. And so we live that here at Stuart Hall every single day. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brendan too. I guess that was a lot of the stuff that we do, like the school does, but there are other things that like each of us do personally. Like for instance, over the summer I went to a church with Tanner here that was called the Most Holy Redeemer, and like there, Tanner and I, as well as a few of our other friends, just during the day we just go there and serve the homeless food as if they were in a restaurant, to make them feel as if to make them feel more like people, as opposed to just like handing them things. We served them, we brought them their food, and they got to ask. It was so stuff like that. It's stuff that like each of us here engages in our own volunteer activities outside of school as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a great example. Those are most great examples of what those self-acts of charity. And if a few more students could share that as well, share your own experiences. That's students so people want to know about you. Thank you.
My name is Faisal. The charity act the charity act in the school on the what's the name? there's activity like it's Muslim activity like Kurban. Kurban is a day that where we give meat to the poor. Yes, and to the orphans. So, but before that, we really must have.
Oh no, I wasn't in it.
But before that, we don't have any money, so we prefer the money from the basic funds. Basic funds, we sell something that can be sold. So the profit is to be the kurban for kurban, and then we both and then we gave the meat to the poor or the orphanage, or the elder people from our school, and even those years. Thank you.
He's also sleeping right now, so that's fine.
So, I bet their teacher said, don't land.
Hello, my name is Eureka. In this country,
He's taking the mic.
in this country, for people like Christian like me, in the moment like Christmas or we do some charity too, just like inviting old people or the senior people to the we just share happiness. In my opinion, share happiness is one of example of charity. Oh, is that?
My name is Tira, and I want to tell my experience about charity activity. So I ever done a charity activity with my friends, and we collected some clothes and some food, and then we gave it to the victim of clothes disaster.
Can we honestly compliment her on her name?
I'll make it.
We actually have this event at school called After Social. This is an event where we students and teachers gather around raising funds and clothes and food or anything beneficial and give them to a village near our city.
If you would like to go ahead and then maybe ask you some questions.
This is a question.
She has stuff, yeah, and I think we must have another event in charity to share as far as I can tell. That's all I'm talking. Sure, okay, so
Now, let's do this. Fascinating.
My name is Kasih. Can I ask a question? I want to know about physical activity in your school, such as a circle club. Thank you.
I would just like to interrupt at this point, saying that this video conference would need to focus on wealth, poverty, and charity. And at this moment, we are discussing what does charity mean to you. So if you have any other questions, you can probably ask your friends on the online community. What I can do after this video conference is set up a forum called the two schools, and the students can go on the online community and communicate with each other. They can chat or comment or ask questions on the online forum. But at this point, I want to hear more about charity, and that's where I would like to focus the discussion on. If the students at Stuart Hall have no more personal reflections of charitable acts, but
We actually have another reflection that we would like to present.
go ahead.
Okay, so, hi, I'm Xavier again. So, every weekend for the past almost 7 years, I've been working at a pet shelter. So it's like we house cats and dogs and make sure that they can find owners. And so we try not to kill them, so that's also good. Well, because a lot of the times, a lot of pet shelters, what happens is they get too many of a certain animal and they end up having to euthanize them because they don't want to overcrowd the system. So, yeah, well, we don't kill them, and we try and get them to have new owners, and we also work as a hospital. So, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so.
I did some worry, bro.
You did great.
I gave you a
So
thought.
she's saying something, but we can hear it.
I think she's talking to them.
But wait, why would they be able to hear her?
What's your ears?